Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. We are going to be reading in the Amplified Bible, Genesis chapter 10 and Genesis chapter 11. This is the history of the generations, descendants of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The sons born to them after the flood were the sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Medea, Javan, Tubal, Meshach, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Goadanim. From these the coastland people spread. These are the sons of Japheth in their lands, each with his own language, by their families within their nations. The sons of Ham, Cush, Egypt, which is Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Septica. And the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. Cush became the father of Nimrod. He was the first to be a mighty man on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. The beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Iraq, Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar, in Babylonia. Out of the land he, Nimrod, went forth into Assyria, and built Nineveh, Rehoboth, Calah, and Rezin, which is between Nineveh and Calah. All these suburbs combined to form the great city. And Egypt, Mizraim, became the father of Ludum, Anamim, Lahabim, and Naphtahim. Pathrusim, Callissim, from whom came the Philistines, and Caphtorim. Canaan became the father of Sidon, his firstborn Heth, the Hittites, the Jebusites, and the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, and the Archites, the Shanites, the Arvadites, the Gemarites, and the Hamathites. Afterward the families of the Canaanites spread abroad, and the territory of the Canaanites extended from Sidon as one goes to Gerar, as far as Gaza, and as one goes to Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zebulun, as far as Lasha. These are the sons of Ham, by their families, their languages, their lands, and their nations. To Shem also, the younger brother of Japheth, and the ancestor of all the children of Eber, including the Hebrews, children were born. The sons of Shem, Elam, Asher, Aphishad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram, Uz, Hol, Gether, and Mash. Arpachshad became the father of Shelah, and Shelah became the father of Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg, which is division, because the inhabitants of the earth were divided up in his days, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan became the father of Almadad, Shalef, Hazamarveth, Jerah, Hadarim, Uzal, Diklah, Obel, Abimael, Sheba, Orpha, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. The territory in which they lived extended from Mesha, as one goes towards Sephar, to the hill country of the east. These are Sham's descendants by their families, their languages, their lands, and their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, according to their generations, within their nations, and from these nations spread abroad on the earth after the flood. Genesis chapter 11. And the whole earth was of one language, and of one accent, and made of expression, and mode of expression. And as they journeyed eastward, they found a plain, a valley, in the land of Shinar, and they settled and dwelt there. And they said one to another, Come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly. So they had brick for stone and slime for mortar. And they said, Come, let us build us a city and a tower whose top reaches into the sky, and let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered over the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. And the Lord said, Behold, these are one people, and they have all one language. And this is only the beginning of what they will do. And now nothing they have imagined they can do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and there confound, mix up, and confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from that place upon the face of the whole earth, and they gave up building the city. Therefore the name of it was called Babel, because there the Lord confounded the language of all the earth, and from that place the Lord scattered them abroad upon the face of the whole earth. This is the history of the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old when he became the father of Arpachshad, 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after Arpachshad was born 500 years and had other sons and daughters. When Arpachshad had lived 35 years, he became the father of Shelah. Arpachshad lived after Shelah was born 403 years and had other sons and daughters. When Shelah had lived 30 years, he became the father of Eber. Shelah lived after Eber was born 403 years and had other sons and daughters. When Eber had lived 34 years, he became the father of Peleg. And Eber lived after Peleg was born 430 years and had other sons and daughters. When Peleg had lived 30 years, he became the father of Reu. And Peleg lived after Reu was born 209 years and had other sons and daughters. When Reu had lived 32 years, he became the father of Serug. And Reu lived after Serug was born 207 years and had other sons and daughters. When Serug had lived 30 years, he became the father of Nahor. And Serug lived after Nahor was born 200 years and had other sons and daughters. When Nahor had lived 29 years, he became the father of Terah. Nahor lived after Terah was born 119 years and had other sons and daughters. And Terah had lived 70 years. He became the father of, at different times, Abram and Nahor and Haran, his firstborn. Now this is the history of the descendants of Terah. And Terah was the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And Haran was the father of Lot. Haran died before his father Terah died in the land of his birth, in Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and Ishcah. But Sarai was barren, she had no children. And Terah took Abram his son, Lot the son of Haran, his grandson, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his sons, Abram's wife. And they went forth together to go from Ur to the Chaldees into the land of Canaan. But when they came to Haran, they settled there. And Terah lived 205 years, and Terah died in Haran.